Hello, welcome back to God's Bible Study. Today I'm going to be starting part 2 of Living for Christ. I'm going to begin with Ecclesiastes 3 verses 1 and 12 through 13. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven. I know that nothing is better for them than to rejoice and to do good in their lives, and also that every man should eat, drink, and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of God. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 2. Do not be rash with your mouth. Let not your heart utter anything hastily before God, for God is in heaven and you on earth. Therefore let your words be few. Ecclesiastes chapter 6 verse 7 and 11. All the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the soul is not satisfied. Since there are many things that increase vanity, how is man the better? In Ecclesiastes, Solomon looks at all of life as being vanity. Vanity is trying to live life without God. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verses 7, 12, 16 through 18, and 29. Surely oppression destroys a wise man's reason, and a bribe debases the heart. For wisdom is a defense, as money is a defense. But the excellence of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to those who have it. Do not be overly righteous, nor be overly wise. Why should you destroy yourself? Do not be overly wicked, nor be foolish. Why should you die before your time? It is good that you grasp this, and also do not remove your hand from the other, for he who fears God will escape them all. Truly, this only I have found, that God made man upright, but they have sought out many schemes. Ecclesiastes chapter 8 verses 1 and 5 through 7. Who is like a wise man, who knows the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom makes his face shine, and the sternness of his face is changed. He who keeps his command will experience nothing harmful, and a wise man's heart discerns both time and judgment. Because for every matter there is time and judgment, though the misery of man increases greatly. For he does not know what will happen, so who can tell him when will it occur? But for him who is joined to all the living, this is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. Jeremiah chapter 18 verse 4. The vessel that he made of clay was marred in the hand of the potter, so he made it again into another vessel, as it seemed good to the potter to make. God reshapes us into his better purpose. Whatever we think we should do and should be, God may have another shape for our lives. God's plan for our lives is different than what we have planned for our lives. His plan is much better for us. Mark chapter 1 verses 34 through 38. Then he healed many who were sick with various diseases and cast out many demons. And he did not allow the demons to speak because they knew him. Now in the morning, having risen a long while before daylight, he went out and departed to a solitary place, and there he prayed. Simon and those who were with him searched for him. When they found him, they said to him, "Everyone is looking for you." But he said to them, "Let us go into the next town, that I may preach there also, because for this purpose I have come forth." Jesus made God's purpose his priority. He didn't allow urgency on his sudden popularity to determine what he'd do next. Jesus followed his priority, a ministry that covered the rest of Galilee, and one that included preaching. How may we know God's purpose for us? We can approach him in prayer, be led by his wisdom, and seek counsel from people who uphold his ways. Let's spend our life doing what God wants us to do. Sometimes what we think is our future really isn't. God leads us into another direction. Perhaps he needs to call us out of our sin. Or maybe it's a change of ministry or vocation. When God redirects our lives, we do well to stop what we're doing and follow his direction. Thank you for joining me for part 2. I hope you'll come back and join me for part 3.